Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy AVC200 Gaming back with another YouTube video. Today is a special and a different video, doing a gaming room tour video. I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time, but I wanted to make sure everything was in the room. I wanted all the right stuff. I've drastically put a lot of work in this room, so finally I'm happy with it. I put a lot of time and hard work into it. Also, I got a cameraman today as well, so which is also gonna make sure why it's a special video, because like I said, a lot of time and hard work and dedication has come in this room, so if I was gonna do it, I made sure I did do it right. So why don't you guys come with me to the AVC200 gaming room. As you guys can see, there's a lot to cover in this small room, but we're going to show you everything starting from this side of the room over. So most of the stuff's from Amazon. 80% of this room's from Amazon, but you can tell I kind of made it my own thing and all that. I know you guys are probably wondering what the YouTube videos have been like recently. I haven't been playing a lot of games recently because nothing's really stuck out to me. I do be playing games, just like an hour or two here and there, and always different games. I'm always playing something different. The last time you guys saw me upload a video was Marvel Rivals. Cameron, do you play Marvel Rivals right now? So yeah, clearly, I don't know. Marvel Rivals to me hasn't stuck out as much, but I'm still playing and using this room every single day. So I just like having my own space, my own creativity, making my own space and whatnot. But starting off, like I said, Spider-Man, one of my favorite superheroes of all time. I got the three: Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire the GOAT, obviously. Grew up with that Spider-Man. We'll get to that after I have a whole display just for Tobey Maguire movies. Also got this cool Spider-Man head. Also lights up, as you guys saw earlier. There's a little switch here, turns the lights, the eyes on and off. But if you we'll turn the lights off, you can show them how it looks in the dark. Looks pretty cool as well. And then moving on as well. Right below you, if you can show them, is the AVC200 carpet that I made, that I turfed. I think I did a pretty good job, you know, to the original logo, right? Not bad, not bad. You guys are probably used to seeing this backdrop a lot. In most of my videos, this is usually what you see. But if you come stand on this side, you can see there's a lot more to this room than just the backdrop and the AVC200 logo. This is the stuff that you guys normally don't get to see every day, so that's why we're making this video today. We'll start from the top. I got these G Fuel cans. Each of them are special to me in a way, because I remember I had a 10-hour Fortnite stream. That was a long stream, so I had this can right here. Some are from Halo ranked games. Some are exclusive, like, you know, some G Fuel Spider-Man to the boys. It goes all the way through the back as well. Then we got this cool light up shelf as well, and it just goes through all the collectibles. You can see I got some like Travis Scott, Reese's Puffs, some Lego, Formula 1 cars, some cause figures I like a lot, and then these Invincible books I've been reading a lot of recently. Got the Tobey Maguire display, one of my favorite movies and superhero of all time, Spider-Man, with the original DVDs and the matching Funko Pops from each movie. I also got all the Funko Pops here just underneath them as well. Bottom is my favorite movie of all time, Back to the Future. Got the cool Lego car in the middle. Got the Christopher Lloyd signature right there as well. And if you show them the Lego too, it lights up. I'll actually open the door, you can see it better. It lights up as well, which is pretty cool. Flux capacitor. And then the bottom here, nothing crazy. It's just like some storage of some stuff as well. Don't forget the hoverboard though. This hoverboard's actually it's a Back to the Future Universal Studios hoverboard. So it's like licensed by Universal, which I thought is pretty cool. So I kind of just leave it here and just leave it on display as well. And yeah, so this is my main setup. We got double monitor set it up with the arm mic as well, Blue Yeti, and then webcam over. Like I was saying before, this is mainly what I use to game and all that. You guys usually don't get to see this stuff, so I'm really excited to talk about everything. I use a Blue Yeti mic with the mic arm hovering over my PC, as you can see. And then I'll throw a picture on the screen right here. It's a Logitech webcam. It's just standard like 50-60 bucks on Best Buy. And then the Yeti mic is what I usually use as well. And then over here, you can see my, this is my headset. I got this little arm stand holding it. So this is the ARTIC7 headset. One of my favorite headsets I've ever owned. You see this like elastic band here? So it doesn't actually hit your head as well. I also can barely hear you saying that, which is pretty cool. And it also has the microphone coming out as well. I could use this microphone, but I find for videos, recording and all that, I find the Yeti is a lot better. But this is my standard headset I use every day to make videos, play video games and all that. So this is a great headset, recommend it to anybody if someone wants to get into that. Speaking of the SteelSeries headset, I also own 3 other SteelSeries products. The SteelSeries mouse, I'll put a picture up on screen, and this SteelSeries keyboard. I like it because this scroll wheel changes the volume. There's a little pause button here. And I don't know, I don't play a lot of games on keyboard and mouse, but I just found like, I don't know, I kind of got sold by the colors. And same with the mouse, so I figured to have the same mouse and keyboard as well. I'll throw a picture up on screen for prices and what the name of all that stuff is as well. And also, if you guys go to my description right now, I don't know if you guys know this, every YouTube video I post in my description, I post on what equipment I use and all that stuff. So that's always in the description below if you're curious. But this is actually in person if you're curious to see it. So if you look at the description, it talks about what webcam I use, what microphone, headset, what I use to record. I use an Elgato and all that. So yeah, these are the stuff that I use. These are my essentials for my PC. And none of all this would have been possible with this PC right here. I'm gonna throw the specs up there, but this is my PC. You can see I got the Spider-Man Funko Pop inside. Absolutely love it. You guys see my PC from when I got it. I made a video just about my PC. The only thing that I upgraded was the fan as well. And then the fan, I changed the fans, but this thing I love it. I love the white case. I love everything, the way it looks and feels. No problems with it. I've had it for around 3 years, I want to say. And the cool thing that I love about this computer is if I go to my second monitor here, I go to Aura Effects, I can change all the colors on the fan just like that. And I can make the speed, I can make it go faster. This is new program that are with these fans as well. Like now you can see it's going a lot faster. If I want to do just like you could do breathing, you could do strobing, and usually what I do is I have my AVC200 colors sometimes. I'll put it on static, and then I'll change the color just to my like blue and green colors, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the PC, I'll throw up all the specs of the PC. And I've used this for so many years now, and I absolutely love it. So bear with me, we're kind of looking over the wall section now. So you guys can tell Invincible, one of my favorite shows. I was originally a Boys person. He saw the Noir, and I also had this Homelander Funko Pop. I thought The Boys was the best superhero show until I watched Invincible. And also the Breaking Bad Heisenberg Funko Pop. Breaking Bad's one of my favorite shows of all time until I watched Invincible. Someone told me that Invincible is the best, or it's the highest rated TV show. I said, I thought Breaking Bad was. It got passed. So you see the Breaking Wall poster over there. I still love Breaking Bad. I still love, like I got the Heisenberg here, but Invincible is one of my favorite shows. So Invincible took over my room a little bit. So I got the Invincible wallpaper, and I got this Invincible poster I bought as well. Also on Amazon, you can see there. And then looking on the wall here, I have these Funko Pops. I got this for my birthday. Looks like Omni-Man's flying with all the blood, and that's why I leave them on the shelf here, like that. And then on the other side, I have Mark Grayson, also known as Invincible. One of my favorite Funko Pops I picked up recently. And then just looking over some of the art here. Also on Amazon, I got this Austin Matthews printed, what do you call it, I guess, like painted poster, but it's actually printed. And then I got this Scrooge McDuck, the $100 bill. And then in the middle here, one of my favorite artists of all time, Juice WRLD painting as well there. Got that for my birthday as well. But I just think if you look at the whole thing, it looks pretty well all together. I think it looks pretty cool. The next thing I'm gonna do is cover all the stuff on my desk now, starting from this side over. So the first thing I can talk about is this Razer mouse pad. Covers basically my entire desk. It's called the Razer Goliath. I like it because it kind of matches all the colors that are going on with my mouse, my keyboard, and the lights on the PC. And it works very well. Perfect space, so love that mouse pad. Next thing is this Razer mouse bungee, so it kind of stops the cord from dragging on the desk and gives it some good length. So that's nice to have. This is just the cord for my headset, the Bluetooth, because it's Bluetooth. Next thing is my Burnout from Fortnite. This skin is the only skin I wear, if you guys know. If you guys see my Fortnite videos, this is my main skin. And if I were to ever get an AVC200 Fortnite icon skin, it would definitely be heavily inspired by Burnout. So Burnout, one of my favorite Fortnite skins, only skin I really wear. So it kind of just sits on my desk there, he's chilling. The next thing is this model of a McLaren P1. McLaren is my favorite car. It is also my dream car, if you couldn't tell by my background on my PC. I'm literally wearing a McLaren shirt right now as I'm filming this, so how iconic. So yeah, the McLaren just kind of sits on my desk, used as motivation, so hopefully maybe one day I can own a beautiful McLaren P1. Next thing is this, I think it's made out of paper, this like Spider-Man mask, which lights up as well. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Talked about Spider-Man, it's my favorite superhero of all time. If you look, it's like made out of like pieces of paper. I know it's kind of hard to tell with the reflection, but it's like a bunch of pieces of like paper, I think, which is pretty cool. And gotta have Spider-Man on my desk. It's literally my favorite superhero of all time. If you couldn't tell, I got some Spider-Man comics here as well, which I could probably cover later. I gotta read some of these comics. I could show you some of them later, but here's a little sneak peek. Got the Birth of Venom, the first time you see Spider-Man wearing the symbiote suit. It's the original comic, even though it's a reprint, but it's still the original comic. It's just the pages are printed. So gotta read this eventually. Next thing we got here, going on this side of the desk now, we got Alexander Ovechkin Funko Pop. You guys know I like my Funko Pops. One of my favorite players of all time. Just recently broke the goal record for most goals in the NHL. So pretty cool to have him beside my desk. And he's also always been near me, like whether it's like in my room or down here. So Alexander Ovechkin, one of my favorite players. Definitely got to keep him beside me at all times. The next thing we got to talk about is my G Fuel shaker cup. We talked a lot about G Fuel. G Fuel is a big essential for me, whether it be streaming or gaming or just talking to people on Discord. Always got to stay energized. So got the G Fuel shaker cup. Then I also got some G Fuel right over here. Hype sauce, one of my favorite flavors. So yeah, G Fuel, massive essential for me. One of my favorite products. And the cool thing about this, it's a glow-in-the-dark shaker cup. So I have this glow-in-the-dark coaster, or this little light coaster that I bought. And it just sits there and it glows in the dark, which I thought is pretty cool. And if you see, if I turn off the lights. Look at that, huh? What? G Fuel. Look at that. Looks like it just came from outer space or something. Alright, so moving on with this part of the desk now. We got this little cool replica of a Porsche 911. I don't know where this came from. I've had this in my house for years. I think it was like a cake topper. You could tell it used to be glued. So I kind of just leave it on my desk. It looks pretty sick. And I don't know. It just fits the vibe, you know? Next thing I guess we could talk about, The Boys, Homelander, one of my favorite shows. So you know I love my Funko Pops. So I leave him right beside there. Speaking of Funko Pops, me being a kid born and raised in Toronto, gotta have Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews, also one of my favorite players of all time. So kind of just have him near my desk, near Ovechkin over here, just on this side. Look, he's just chilling, you know. He's missing the stash though. I wish this was like a newer version because it doesn't even look like Austin, but it is definitely Austin. Next thing we got is this cool lava lamp. I love it a lot because it's like my AVC200 colors. It's inspired by my AVC200 logo. We got the green and blue going on, so love that there, and it matches all the colors and vibes in this room. The next two things we got are this Juggernaut bottle that I actually made. I know you might think I bought this, but I actually made it. You could probably tell by the paint that I did, and the little DIY to put the Juggernaut logo there. So yeah, COD Zombies, one of my favorite, I guess, game modes you could say, or just games in general. You can see I taped this here, but I got a little nutrition facts going on. It's like total kills or vibes and all that stuff. So yeah, it wasn't even that hard to do. I used a little Jones bottle to recreate it, but this is actually one of the more recent things I did. So planning on making some other bottles. Let me know if you guys think I should make like Quick Revive and Speed Cola. Maybe line them all up here is what I was thinking. But I don't know, we'll see. The only Funko Pop that I've never opened, Breaking Bad Heisenberg. Really rare Funko Pop. They don't make any more of these, so if I were to open it, I would basically be wasting hundreds of dollars. So he kind of just sits here in this cool little light up desk and display, and it'll probably never be open, so I just kind of keep him here. But yeah, this is covering pretty much the rest of the desk. I also have this little nightstand here, but we can go about that later. Maybe the only thing I'll talk about is one of my biggest essentials here. Can't have a gaming room without a controller. This is the thing that I use all the time to game on. I love it with the scuff. I got the paddles. This is the Elite Series 2 controller. You can change all the thumbsticks. You can tighten and loosen the joysticks and everything. It's so super customizable. Mouse, you got mouse clicking triggers too. So whether it be, you know, keyboard and mouse or controller, I definitely use one of these. I tend to use these a lot for shooters, and then for games kind of like Overwatch and CSGO and Marvel Rivals and that nature, I tend to use it. But I use them frequently, you know, keyboard and controller. But yeah, I love this controller. It's an absolute essential, and I've been using it for so many years now that I can't think what I would do without this controller. I guess the last thing I could talk about that's on the desk is this light. So I have it on this Stanley Cup popcorn maker. I'll show you here. Sorry, the back of the desk is very messy. Yeah, this is actually a popcorn maker, but what I use it for is I don't use it to make popcorn. I use it to stand this light here, so it reflects very well on the ceiling. Here's the remote for it, and you'll see right here. Are you kidding me? With the stars on the ceiling, oh my god, it's such a vibe. You can also change all the other colors, but I usually just leave it on blue. But yeah, if I really wanted to, I can change the colors and fade them all out to blue and green. AVC200 color scheme again, like I talked about the lava lamp. But yeah, that's pretty much covering all the things on the desk here. And speaking of desk, my desktop made a custom AVC200 gaming wallpaper. It's all my essentials to shoes, Travis Scott, my girlfriend, little things like that, favorite shows, artists, favorite sports players and stuff like that. So yeah. So Travis Scott, one of my favorite artists of all time, got the Astroworld record. This is actually a real record. I would take it out, but the glass already broke, so I don't want to do that. But there's a real record in here. I have this Cactus Jack sign from Shein actually. So that looks pretty cool. And then I have the Travis Scott Jordan 1 because I really do want it one day, hopefully. I actually don't really have it on a lot, but I just like it looks cool with all the Travis Scott stuff. So you guys can kind of see the vibe I'm going for here. This is my favorite artist. This is like my pop culture, like, you know, just like favorite, you know, like sports players to artists to shows, TVs. Also didn't really talk about this one. This is Cause. This is one of my favorite like artwork pieces. I have some of the figures over here as well, so you can see them again. There's the 3 causes and the postcard there as well. But the last thing I really need to talk about is the Breaking Bad poster, one of my favorite shows of all time, and this Genji poster that I got at Fan Expo. But there's a little secret, and only you guys are gonna know the secret, okay? There's a reason why this poster's here, okay? You guys know the movie Shawshank Redemption? The reason why this poster's here is because there's a hole in my wall. Bruh. And no one knows about it except you. I was working out here one day with the weights, and this used to be on this side, and I lifted the weights, and then when I went to go take the weights off, the whole thing just went through the drywall. So, but that's why that poster's there, but no one's gonna know. So we cool. All right, now we're on the desk part of the setup. This is my chair that I sit on. I actually got this at Canada Computers, pretty comfortable as well. And then over here we got the nightstand with all my stuff. So this is where I keep my phone. This is who holds my controller, the little Call of Duty Ghost guy, whatever. I got the Black Noir from the boys, and then Omni-Man, Invincible Funkno Pop, and a Bear Brick. And then over here I got some comic books because I've been into comic books recently. I got some cool comic books. This is the Lizard Spider-Man, and then I got this Hobgoblin one, and then just some other ones here I haven't read yet. This is the very first Spider-Man comic book, Spider-Man The Amazing Fantasy. So I just like reading them here. Sometimes I read in here, sometimes I don't. But the main thing that every gamer needs is snacks to game on. And that's why I got the gaming candy shelf organized. Everything, it goes from Skittles to Nerd Clusters to Rainbow Stripes to Hawaiian Punch, all organized, lollipops, gummy bears. I go through them quite often. And then the second shelf here, I got some more candy. It's just a candy drawer. It's I got some Goldfish, Swedish Fish, Biscoff cookies, bunch of stuff, Sour Patch Kids, all neatly organized as well. But yeah, just kind of going over the room again. Just showing off the stuff one more time. You can get a full kind of 360 look at the room of everything. The shelf, the cool, with all the collectibles again. You can kind of see it all together. There's the carpet, hoverboard. I guess the G Fuel cans I didn't really show well enough, so if you guys are curious of that, there's all the G Fuel cans. I drank in all of them, and it kind of goes all the way around. The only thing I didn't really talk about are like my like this headset, like holder. Like I use this I use these two as a garbage can. This is an All-Star popcorn bucket from Toronto, and then this Happy Dad bucket. I guess I could talk about this. This Happy Dad bucket, I actually met the Nelk Boys. I was in one of their YouTube videos, funny enough. So they actually gave this to me, like Nelk themselves. So I use it as a trash can sometimes. I throw my garbage in there, and I guess the only thing I didn't really talk about is the desk itself. So this is actually a folding desk. I don't know if you can tell, it's like one of those plastic folding desks, but I kind of customized it pretty well. I got some lights. Let me turn the lights off actually. I got some lights going over it, which is pretty cool. And then I got this cardboard box with the blanket over. It's just for my feet, just to rest on. That's all it is. And then yeah, I also carbon fibered the desk as well. So I kind of made it my own. Actually, I have a TikTok of it. I made a TikTok a while back, like during quarantine, of me making it. I don't know if you guys care to see the back of the setup. I try my best for cable management, you know. I don't know if I need to show all that, but I'm pretty neat with everything. But yeah, I love this room. I spend, like I said, every day here. The only thing I don't really show, I guess, is like the weights that I use sometimes, and just this random stuff. There's just some storage here, nothing crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to show this off this video because this room has definitely gotten a big upgrade from when the last time you guys saw it. You only see this pretty much, the backdrop, when I'm recording a YouTube video. So I figured to give you guys an updated version. I love this room, and I hope you guys appreciate it just as much as I do. Because I'm in here pretty much 24/7. I'm in here every single day. There's another look at the shelf and all its glory. I haven't been really playing video games recently, but I'm still in here because the main thing I've been doing is reading a lot of. Yeah, so this has been my favorite hobby recently, these comic books, Invincible. So I have from book 1 to 9, which is currently what is out right now. I do not read. The last time I read a book was probably Diver Wimpy Kid. Guys, I don't read. I'm a gamer. Look at this beautiful setup. We game here, okay? But Invincible, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So when I heard about the comic, I'm like, dude, I gotta read the comic. So yeah, I can't go too deep into it because I could talk about this for hours. But Invincible, one of my favorite shows I've watched, and the comic is so much better, I think, personally. I'll just show you some of the artwork here for this number 2, because I think number 2 is like some of the best artwork. But yeah, like if you ever watched Invincible or know anything about Invincible, give this show or give this book a chance because it's 10 times better than the show, in my opinion. Highly recommend it. Like I said, I could go into so much detail. I can't talk about this because I'm going to talk about it for forever. But usually I just keep the books here with this little astronaut guy, and he kind of holds all my books nice and tight, and he just chills on my shelf. But that's really what I've been doing a lot of, man. I've been reading a lot of Invincible comics. I haven't been really gaming too much, but I'm still here in this room every single day. Like I said, just wanted to preview everything again, just in case if I missed anything. Little 360 so you guys can understand what the vibe is. Let me tell you, when the lights are off, it's definitely a vibe. I love this room to death. I hope you guys can appreciate it just as much as I do. I put a lot of work into this room because I believe when you have a good workspace and you know you have the right mindset to do anything, you could put your mind to anything. So whether it be streaming, gaming, you know, I'm always in this room. So this is it's my free space, and I've created it my own and made it my own with all my different personality traits. So you guys get the idea. And I hope you guys like this room just as much as I do, because I think it's perfect. And I love everything about it. It's just so sick. So there you have it, guys, the AVC200 gaming room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. This video was always in my head. I've had this vision of this room for so long, and to finally see it kind of all come together is really a dream come true. This has been like 3 years in the making. Ever since I got this PC, I knew I wanted a sick gaming room, and like I kind of had this vision, and to see it come true is truly awesome. And it would have definitely not been possible if I didn't want to do it for YouTube. Like, I could have just got a gaming room, you know, just get a monitor and a PC, you know what I mean? But I wanted to make it a special room. And when I stream it, and you know, like I said, if you have a good workspace and a good environment around you, I feel like it just makes the room a lot more better. And you can kind of tell I made it my own personality and all that. But this room has gone a lot of changes throughout the years. It's been you know, little things have been getting added here and there. So to finally see it come all together is actually so awesome. And it's just cool to, like, you know, have a room to, whether it be just chatting with my friends on Discord, whether it's gaming, streaming, editing videos, you know, making content, like so many things that comes into putting this room and what I do with it. So it's not just, you know, a room just to play video games in. It's a lot more than that, you know. So that's why I got the backdrop logo for streaming. I got the overhead mic, you know, I got all these, and the posters and all that stuff's extra, but it's just a way for me to express myself and kind of show my personalities a little bit. That's the main reason too. And I really hope you guys understand and realize the grind and how awesome it is. And I don't know, I hope you guys appreciate the room just as much as I do. It's been a dream come true, obviously, and I just love how everything turned out. So I finally get to say this is my gaming room. I don't really know if I'll add any other stuff, so that's why I'm showing it now. And that's why I waited so long to show this video, because I think I'm finally finished. Like, I don't have that much room. I kind of used all my corners and all the wall space that I could. But yeah, I really love this room, and I hope you guys, you know, love it just as much as I do. And like I said, all the things you saw in today's videos, like the mic, headset, monitors, it's all linked in the description below if you guys are curious about that and all the software and systems I use. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I can upload some more videos soon, whether it be like, you know, more IRL things like this or more on the gaming side of stuff. But for now, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope to see you all soon. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you for giving me this option, this dream of mine, to make this a reality, because it is really special. And there's nothing more that I love than that logo right here and everything that gets put towards it. As you can see, it's been a lot of hard work and dedication for this. So, but I know it's gonna be all worth it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all real soon.